Hello everyone. Welcome to Fridays with Andrew. I just recovered from a bad cold and am using this text-to-speech app to conserve my voice.
He's really going to talk.
Yeah, I am.
He's not going to not talk.
I am going to intersplice. I think I should use it throughout the thing. I have a few preloaded phrases, just important stuff.
Like?
Well, no, so like, you know...
for instance.
That's a false equivalency.
You know, that one comes in handy a lot. And then,
Justin.
When I need to talk to him, I also have...
Hello, guys.
And then I have...
Cut your shit, Justin.
You know, just common stuff that comes up.
So Jedi is such a good movie.
Just common stuff that always comes
up. Sure, just throw it out there now. Yeah, let's just lay it out there now.
Yeah.
Hi, Andrew.
Hi, Justin.
What's today?
Today is Friday.
Fridays
with Andrew.
Yeah.
And new format. We're going to do this occasionally whenever we feel like it. And not always comic books. Sometimes it's going to be general chat with me.
Are we even going to talk about comic books at all?
Well, we're talking about stuff that's comic book related.
Of course. It's all pop culture here. But everything from retro to right now, Andrew.
There you go. Hey. T-shirt.
Do you have something specific you want to talk about?
Yeah, I do, actually. We have three main topics of conversation.
Yes. Well, so we teased the first topic in the beginning. I don't know if everybody has seen what we just teased, but we'll show it later on.
There's been a pretty compelling, depending on your perspective, teaser for
something
Todd
we love.
Phillips' Joker film.
Yes.
Todd Phillips
okay.
Joker.
We can go that far. We'll show it later, actually.
Okay, cool. I mean, will we get claimed for that?
Will we get what?
Claimed. Copyright claimed. I
don't think so, because we're not going to, like...
It's not the rip, it's a video.
Exactly. We're going to be sitting there watching the video.
Cool. And then I also really want to talk about an announcement. It's not even we're closer to Todd Phillips' Joker than we are to the other topic, which is...
huge to the two of us.
Yeah, Avatar: The Last Airbender getting a Netflix series. Live action.
Say that again slower, because you just ran through that.
Nasally. Avatar: The Last Airbender getting a live action Netflix adaptation.
So, the loved, critically acclaimed, beloved to people of all generations, because I can speak for myself from my generation, down to my daughter's generation. It's a damn near perfect show. 3 seasons.
I'm really glad you're saying that, because that leads into what I'm the angle I'm going to take that topic.
So it was a Cartoon Network cartoon.
Nickelodeon.
Oh, that's right. They did it.
Third topic of conversation is Batman took a trip down under, and we're going to talk about that as well.
Well, Penelope's going to love to talk about that.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's start with Avatar. Because Penelope will be joining us, and this is her.
That's what I've been chomping to talk about all day. So.
Chomping like a flying buff bison?
Yeah, exactly. Oh, chomping like an animation lemur. Flying lemur. There's been a lot of conversation about it's just a still image of Aang in the South Pole with Appa, his flying bison, kind of like touching his cute little furry face. Beautiful concept art, by the way.
Absolutely. I wish I could put it up here, but... So,
after that, the main 2 points of the conversation have been, I hope it's not terrible and it doesn't ruin everything, and I hope it's great, and this is my issue. I hope it's great so that Avatar will finally have a good adaptation.
Well, it already has a good adaptation. What it's based off of is damn near perfect. It doesn't need to be done again, really.
This is my point.
Okay.
This is my point. If you do not like animation, and so this is going to be the first time you're actually going to watch Avatar because I don't watch cartoons, well then fine. I hope you enjoy it. If you are an Avatar fanatic and love those characters and love that world and want to see it done in every possible avenue, great. I hope you're excited for it, and I hope it's great.
Hold on. Keep talking, Andrew.
The thing I don't like about these conversations, specifically regarding animation and cartoons, animation and comic books, also kind of novels too. I'm not that big in that world, but I assume I've kind of seen it happen. Things don't need to be adapted into live action for them to be legitimized.
They don't, but more people. It's across the masses a little more.
Oh,
and from what I understand, they're going to be doing more world building, which is important.
What are you doing?
Don't worry about what I'm doing.
Okay. No. Well, no.
Whatever it is loud.
We did this already. He's cheapening a bit. That's what he's doing, and I'm not happy about it.
Just a cheap bit now?
Like, you're not. This is...
problem. It's freaking me out.
Joker would not be happy with this. He does not like it when a gag runs past his course.
That's not true.
Are you gonna take it off me now? Okay.
No, Justin, you're absolutely right.
Did I miss?
Live action media is. Oh. Are you doing me again?
What are you doing?
Yeah, do you? Oh, he's doing it.
Should I have been making like a face or something?
Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay.
So,
Alright,
Avatar. This is my new favorite thing. Every time somebody comes in, I'm going to do that.
This is the topic I've been dying to talk to you about.
Right.
The attitude that things have to be legitimized by live-action adaptation, or some wider release adaptation for them to somehow be...
Nobody said anything about legitimizing.
No,
You're taking it to that
No,
level.
I'm seeing the attitude, Justin. I'm seeing, like, finally a good live-action Avatar.
I'm excited about it because I want to see live action. It's cartoon is one thing, but it's fun to see live action.
No, I'm not saying you're not allowed to be excited about it. Those are two different attitudes. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying I feel it's a little bit insulting to the original product to say it finally got we can look at the MCU the exact same way, or Joker. That's why I said it kind of...
Okay, the only finally I can agree with somebody saying finally is like, finally we're getting more Avatar.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
But I'm seeing people, there's an attitude, and I can prove it from other talks we've had here.
Right.
And he's not here to defend his honor, so maybe I shouldn't reference him. When we've talked about but I think you may have the same attitude. When we talk about Batman actors, and I try to bring Kevin Conroy and Bruce Greenwald's voice work into
Kevin Conroy is one of the best Batman, if not the best Batman.
So it is Frank. Well, no, Frank. Well, and Bruce Greenwald.
He does the more modern stuff, right?
He did Under the Red Hood and Young Justice,
which is the more modern stuff.
Okay, no, but there's a more modern Batman guy,
okay, yeah.
So it's not the same thing.
All right.
You mentioned Under the Red Hood.
I love
Guess
it.
Who else was in that?
Her boy.
One of many.
One of your three main boys.
Dean Winchester.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's the Red Hood. He's Jason Todd.
Okay.
And he's off. And guess what? He's good for he's good enough for voice work too. I don't know. But yeah. So to quote the man who is not here, I try to bring those guys into the conversation because I think those are two of the finest.
Well, they should be.
You have ever played. And no, it's like, oh, it doesn't count.
Why? Because they're drawn and not real.
Exactly. And that's a legitimate. Well, no, it's not. I'm not saying it's. I think
listen, the acting is different.
I gotta get water.
I can't.
Point to your face.
Yep. Hi.
Continue, you were saying something.
I can't imagine, a voice actor putting on a suit and live acting. Not all of them can do that. Some live actors go into voice acting, but not all voice actors. Sometimes when you see a voice actor, you're like, oh my God. You know what I mean? When you see Optimus Prime's voice, when you look at, not Frank Welker.
Well, sure, I would call them more character actors. They're not ready to, a lot of voice actors, I don't want to offend people. I don't, They
don't have the looks to be stars.
Well, their agent didn't think they had the look to be stars. That's
right.
Or the casting person didn't think they had the look to be stars. That doesn't mean because a lot of voice actors also do, online work or, web series and kill it at that. So it doesn't necessarily mean they don't have the potential.
I love voice acting. I think it's probably harder in some ways. Because, first of all, you're conveying emotion without even using your face.
I just think if you're excited that Infinity War is happening, that's awesome. But don't insult Infinity Gauntlet in your excitement.
Okay, that's fair enough. Sure, absolutely.
I think that's fair.
I'm super excited they're doing live action Avatar.
I am excited too, but
I don't think they needed to because the original wasn't good enough.
One of the greatest television series in history.
Clean your shorts. I agree.
I'm not yelling at you. I'm yelling at the world.
World. Avatar is great and didn't need to be redone. Especially didn't need to have a movie by Shyamalama Ding Dong done. That was terrible. But if from what I'm excited about is immediately I thought, oh my God, they're just doing this because it's a popular property, it hasn't been out, and they're just doing it for money.
Yeah, no,
but
100%.
The original creators are involved.
They are.
which to me, even though if they're doing it for money, they love the property.
They do, and some people think that's not exciting because some people didn't care for Korra. I loved Korra, borderline as much as the original series.
Some cool points here. Best voice actor of all time was Leonard Nimoy on the Transformers movie.
Oh man, I have a real fact about that.
Bad comedy.
I have a real fact about that.
All right.
He came into the recording studio and he immediately said to I think Wally Burr or whoever the voice director was, he goes, "Do you have a bathroom?" And he goes in there. 40 minutes, he's gurgling and like doing vocal exercise, very loud ones. They all hear him. Like for 40 minutes.
That's awesome.
And then he comes out and
he actually did some of Unicron stuff in that too because
wait, Nimoy did Orson Welles?
Orson Welles didn't finish.
I didn't know
and
that.
Nimoy did some of the Unicron
I
stuff.
never heard that before.
Taylor Havisham, who was better voice character? Oh my, who was better at voicing characters, Conroy or Hamill? Oh.
Well, I
don't
honestly,
think they could have done each other's
Hamill.
jobs.
I think Hamill, honestly, because I think Hamill has greater range than Conroy.
Sure, because he's done more than just the Joker.
Well, no,
I agree with Andrew.
Conroy has done other roles. But like when I think of him, a lot of the times he's parodying himself. A lot of people bring him on to do like a Batman parody. The only time that immediately comes out of my mind of a different character that he was this very side character of Ben 10 in like an off episode of Ben 10. Beyond that, I can't think of anything he's done besides Batman. No, you know what? Well, no, that's also he was Dick Grayson's dad in a Batman cartoon. He was one of the Flying Graysons.
So we're excited about Avatar, right? We can all agree we're excited about it.
We're excited about Avatar.
The concept art looked amazing.
I'm getting a little bit tired of people putting down what I feel is putting down comics and animation by saying they need to be adapted.
Yeah, because people hold screen TV higher as a more important medium,
and especially
that's kind of your point.
Yeah, exactly. And especially in this country, I kind of get it because film is so important to this to America. It's arguably one of the only American
But if you look at it, not so much stuff that's on TV or film starts out its way as a book or a comic book.
Yeah. Film is always borrowed from stuff. Absolutely.
Yeah. It needs stories.
It needs stories. I just think we can appreciate the medium of film. We can appreciate live action productions.
Yep.
And we don't need to put down cartoons and comics as infantile.
If anyone's putting down Avatar, saying, "Oh, I couldn't wait to see this," when it's not childish, they're a jackass. They need to watch it.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Tell us how you really feel, Justin.
Now, and they also said that the casting is not going to be a whitewashed casting.
They said they're explicitly doing a diverse cast,
which is great because it's nations fighting nations.
And you know what? That's something that you can 100% say is you get for someone who is of sort of an Asian background, you get a little bit more of that direct representation from a physical person. As
sure,
to
and it'll make it feel like a bigger world if everyone is diverse.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just saying one of the benefits of live action as opposed to animation.
So Richard Woodward wants to know, is Vin Diesel's Iron Giant Groot even worth mentioning? Sure, they're worth mentioning because Iron Giant's, you want to talk about beloved. Now, the voice acting work,
no,
a lot of people could have done it.
I think Diesel really did a good job.
Rock.
I think...
Tree.
No. You stay.
Yeah, I know.
No,
yeah, dude, I don't know, man. I think, but a lot of people could have done it. It kills me too, but it's the writing. It's not the voice acting.
I don't know. I think he nailed it. I think you can say, oh, he was given a great... he was given a large canvas to paint.
You are not a gun.
Those are his strokes.
Superman.
It's Superman.
Dude, I cry at the end, but it's not because of Vin Diesel's voice acting.
I think it's part of it. I think it's absolutely part of it.
I love Iron Giant too, Rich. It's one of the best ever.
Did anybody mention Robin Williams as the genie on anyone?
No.
Yeah, I think... I'm not a big Disney girl, but I think he's in my top 5.
They said something about... Because he was riffing on a lot of that.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And in that, he created... 50 characters as he was going through.
Yeah,
but that's just Robin Williams. I mean, he made that his role. I don't know if they wrote it
Robin Williams
with him in mind.
For good or bad, if you look at the history of Disney sidekicks start acting more like Genie post Aladdin.
Yeah.
Look at Mushu compared to
I never saw
Mulan. Well, okay, never mind then. I was going to say look at Mushu compared to Lumiere. Because Mushu has a celebrity comedian voice attached to it.
And Lumiere is But Lumiere doesn't lend himself to that sort of character.
Mushu is doing modern day pop culture references.
They probably wrote Mushu as that because it worked so well with
that became the
norm.
model.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, well, no, I'm not saying I don't understand why that happened. I'm just saying, if we're talking about things that Robin Williams...
Taran, I'm not going to... Andrew, do the Last Jedi thing.
Start us up with Joker as I do this. It's going to take me a little bit.
I don't have it cued.
You need... Hold on.
Just talk about
the music again? Why do we listen to this music
Describe to me... Wait, hold on, I got it.
Last Jedi is such a good movie. Last Jedi is such a good movie.
And this is how Justin feels.
One more time.
Wait, hold on. I got a mashup for you.
Last Jedi is such a good movie.
Wait, hold on.
Gross.
That's your mashup.
Gross.
Oh, wait, hold on. Penelope, you weren't here for this. Really quick.
No.
Taran, if you want to be serious with that, he said, did Mark Hamill sound different in the original trilogy compared to The Last Jedi, or is it just me?
Wait, what?
Of course he did, because he has...
life.
Yeah, he's got 30 or 40 years of smoking cigarettes under his belt. Oh, I need a battery.
Oh, shoot.
I know we have your sisters.
Hold
on, guys. We might lose power here.
We got 2 other phones. So.
Oh, no. Play the Joker song. Say gross.
Well, no. So how do you feel about that teaser, Justin? So we saw... Because we've heard about Joker's...
Well, we're going to go over and watch it and talk about it.
Oh, are we really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, no, you said that already.
I'm pretty sure I did.
All right, hold on.
It's just Rick and Morty.
Oh, sorry. I did that. I got that up.
You're dangerous at this thing.
I am. I absolutely am.
Gross.
Wait, what do you want me to put on again?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, I kind of finished up with my Avatar shtick, so now we got to do Joker.
We're going to do Joker.
Batman.
Well, Penelope went to go get a battery for the phone. Here she comes.
There.
Talk more about Avatar.
No. I don't have anything else to add. I think.
I'm excited for it.
I'm excited for it. I'm very excited for it. A lot of people have made my excitement a little bit sour because of their attitudes about live action.
That's the internet. Everybody makes everything sour. People suck.
Yeah, anybody just let someone enjoy something that they want to enjoy without...
You mean like Batman?
Bring up your... The Last Jedi is the best movie ever.
Oh.
John Candy and Heavy Metal. Oh, you're bringing up one of my favorites, Rich.
I didn't even think of that.
Look at the size of my dork. It's so good.
Speaking of dorks, do we have anything else we want to talk about?
Speaking of
that
dorks.
This week?
So we have 2 other big topics, and they're both Batman related. So let's talk about the truth is... Oh, wait, hold on. By the way, 18 plus video.
Is it?
Now it is.
Is this mature?
It has to be.
Oh, we just went mature. I think I'm going to give Penelope the...
Maybe we should talk to... Maybe we should talk about the Joker first, because we have a customer now.
Oh, okay.
It's we can talk about Batman in front of him.
It's just Tyler.
Oh, wait. Cue the music.
I don't have to cue the music. Why do I cue the music again?
Just cue the music.
Oh, my God. You're doing this to every single person.
I don't know what music I'm
Justin has a bit that he killed him to the ground.
What am I looking at here? This?
It becomes even funnier if I do it every week, every time.
If you do it every week.
Is it that? Wait, stop.
We don't do a Fridays with Andrew every week.
Is it that?
Yeah. Gotta get past that.
Justin. Cut your shit.
What?
Justin.
Yes, they're Justin.
By the way, I like busting your balls when you do hashtag Justin because it's Justin.
I'm not doing that as
I saw you used to do it all the time. I commented a couple times. So.
There's your music.
Look at Madman. He's making a dirty bomb.
This is my new favorite thing in the world.
I'm just gonna hand you my phone back.
Have you seen this yet?
No.
Oh, let's go watch it.
Oh, good.
All right, are we doing a live watching?
We're gonna do a live watching.
Watch section.
Yep.
Topic 2, Joker.
So we're on to our next topic, and if you haven't seen this yet, so
I have no problem.
he signed off years ago.
Yeah, I signed off. I'm good.
So today, the teaser for the new Joker standalone movie came out, and it's a short little teaser.
On Todd Phillips' social media.
Yes, it shows Joaquin Phoenix looking pretty cool. Hit pause. With the vibe. Hit pause, please. And let's watch it. Let's watch it, and then hit play.
I'm taking it back in the beginning.
All right, bring it back. Bring it back to the beginning.
but I cry because your love has passed me by. You took me by surprise. I didn't realize that you were lying.
Oh, I got to tell you, the more I watch it, and this is probably the 10th time, the more I watch it, the more I love it. When I first watched it, I was like, oh, I don't know. But the more I watch it,
I like the simplicity of it.
It's very simple, but the vibe of him just standing there, the colors are cool.
Look, I really want to talk. So, those are very classic Joker colors. We haven't really seen like that is the Cesar Romero '60s Joker. It's a maroon. It's almost like a red. It's a very light purple because post Nicholson, it's always been royal purple.
So Richard, Defoe would be an amazing Joker. We all agree on that. But I think because they're going for an origin, Defoe is just too old. He would be a great late-in-life Joker.
Well, here's a follow-up to that. I honestly don't think he might be a good Joker because I think it would be too similar to Green Goblin.
Yeah, that's true.
I think
he did play a pretty
back to the table
wild character.
Yeah.
What looks like that?
They're right up
so the Joker thing got me excited. At first I was watching, I was like, I'm just not... I don't know, but I really like Joaquin Phoenix. I think he's an awesome actor. I think he plays unbalanced really well. I'm hoping that he's brilliant because the Joker should be brilliant as well as unbalanced.
Not even if Joaquin Phoenix is
because he kind of looks schlubby. He kind of looks like a schlub.
Yeah.
So hopefully they make him a brilliant schlub.
Yeah.
He's not just a schlub that decides to paint his face and become a maniac.
Well, no. Here's the other thing. I mean, it depends on what origin they're going with. Like, can you do the Red Hood and the Ace Chemical Plant without Batman?
Guys, these books that are laying on the counter, they're not for anybody else to say.
Yeah, they're for sale now.
They're
They're there. It's a variant.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, hell yeah, I want it.
Cool. Good job, Andrew.
Yeah.
Number one, Andrew. Number one. I still want number one, though.
I'm getting it for you.
Okay.
Taran, we'll get back to talk about the DC. I can't knock Hanks or Alan on Toy Story. The original, I was like 10.
Oh, we're still on the voice acting. I love it. I love it.
Me too. Listen, Tom Hanks is just great no matter what he does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He seems like such a good person. And
Those two have like the weirdest chemistry that you would never expect.
Yeah, listen.
They are amazing together, and I would never make that combination.
Raymar, watch it like 10 times. Just like stare at it. You know what I mean? Let it soak in. Because at first I was like, nah, I don't know.
No, I disagree with that, honestly, because it hit for me immediately. I think that there absolutely are people who that trailer won't resonate with.
Yeah.
So
some people won't like to dig the music or whatever. It just the vibe is so good, and it's Scorsese.
Well, I can say this about it, and you know what? I'm going to make a very bold statement that you're going to hate me for. The one thing you can say about Last Jedi is that it.
Where's your phone?
Huh?
Where's your phone?
It's right here.
Every time we make a reference, you have to.
No, I don't want to do that every time. I don't want to kill you, Justin.
You're killing me.
I will say this for you. All right, that's for you. Even though you didn't like the vision it presented, at least it was a creative vision. I actually give Zack Snyder props for Batman vs Superman and Man of Steel because at least they are like his. I can feel his voice in them. Justice League, I don't.
All
get
right,
that
but
at all.
I can get to the argument that okay.
I'm not saying
why is one
good.
person's voice so important when they're making something for the masses?
Well, no, but what about Joker?
Well, let's remains to be seen.
Well, no, that's not my point. I'm just saying, at the very least, I can tell that this has an identity to it, and that's at least promising. I'm not getting into a debate about is Batman vs Superman or Man of Steel or Last Jedi or any of them good. I'm just saying they all have unique identities to them, and I would prefer that than homogenize, samey blur effect films, wouldn't you? Do you like it if everything looks exactly the same and copying?
Hell no, I want them to take chances, dude. If you think about it,
just look like I'm an individual. I and a million people, but you know what I mean. Do you know what I mean?
You totally lost me. Yeah.
I'm saying that has vision, that has identity.
Sure, okay, and I like identity.
Yeah.
Yep. Whether it be the color tone of the movie. I mean, there's so many different ways to create identity with the movie. I'm hoping.
Going for a lighter
intelligent.
purple, man. Going for a lighter purple.
Light purple, we call it.
Light purple.
Light purple.
Light purple. Huh? No,
Richard said Justice League made him throw up in your mouth. So earlier, Tehran asked how you feel about the DC. Let me see if he. I don't know if he meant the movie verse or.
He's not asking me how I feel about DC. What?
Light purple.
Yeah, how do you guys feel about it? The crumbling DC universe.
Good. They didn't do it right. From the beginning, they've been stumbling. So am I. So you know what? Wipe it all apart and start over right.
That doesn't mean they will start over right. Though.
I know it doesn't mean that, but are you going to keep hobbling down this freaking road?
Superman should be, or Batman.
You mean actor-wise?
Yeah.
I like Cavill, but give him a more Superman-esque.
No, I'll say no. Someone goes, Henry Cavill is perfect for Superman. It's a shame they haven't let him play Superman.
Exactly. They're making Superman play Batman. I like Henry Cavill, but he's got to be the smiling guy.
Batman.
He's got to what?
He's not even Batman. I don't like the DC expanding.
You understand what I'm saying? He's dark and brooding.
Sure, he's also annoying.
Make Superman.
Superman. He's
Make him right. Happy, saving little old ladies crossing the street. Give him some of that Superman stuff to do. Saving cats from catching cats in trees, smiling, upbeat. That's the Superman you got to see.
You know what's something hilarious?
And what about Batman?
This is a true number.
I don't have an issue with the whole with Batman. I mean,
he's not doing anything. But who do you think could?
John Hamm.
Yeah.
All right, so
I love
especially after
I love Bale too, but it's over. That's Christian Bale was great.
the whole idea.
He was not good as Batman. He was not good as Batman.
He was good as Bruce Wayne.
Yes, he was.
About how there was talk before it all came out
of him coming back around for it.
That they were going to try and somehow work them both into it somehow. Christian Bale and before at that time. Ben Affleck
would have been cool.
All right, so
I see what you're saying.
They offered Christian Bale an exorbitant amount of money to stay on for the DCEU. My understanding, he wouldn't have been playing the same Batman. He would have been playing the new Batman,
right? But in a different universe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
This relates to a conversation Andrew and I were having. We were talking about Batman actors. And I said the most important aspect of the actor has to be if they can play Bruce Wayne. Because once you get in the suit, you're almost every guy. And he disagrees. And he's got good, valid points. He's wrong.
Well, no,
I'm not.
Here's my valid point. Because the most perfect actor to ever play Bruce Wayne, honestly, was George Clooney. And he was one of the worst Batman we've ever had. Because he was awful as Batman.
I just think those Joel Silver movies were written terribly.
Joel Schumacher, not Silver.
Yeah, Joel Schumacher movies were written. Joel Silver's the dancer, right?
No, I don't think.
Is he?
I don't even know. It's just funny.
Someone tell me who Joel Silver is. I think he's a producer.
If Clooney actually sounds, yeah, maybe.
I'll Google it.
I think he's the. You ever see True Romance? The movie Quentin Tarantino wrote. True Romance movie, Christian Slater.
Joel Silver.
Man, you are from a different generation.
Joel Silver, American film producer.
Yeah, he's a producer. So there's a scene I think is based off Joel Silver in True Romance where there's a film producer driving down a road with like some hooker, and he's getting pulled over, and she goes to hide the cocaine, and it blows all over the place because he's in a convertible. Anyway,
#time's up.
I think that's.
Can you make?
I think Michael Keaton was the.
There's good arguments for Michael Keaton, absolutely.
And
gross.
The Batman, the talk. Did you see Batman Beyond?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
The TV show?
So the talk that they would bring Michael Keaton back as old man Bruce Wayne.
That was a rumor. That was not.
It's completely a rumor. But I think that would be a good movie.
Sure, but Michael Keaton would never say yes.
You don't think so?
Oh,
no.
And go continue that Batverse?
To be Batman again. I mean, he could.
No, I don't think
it would start out with him as Batman.
After Birdman, I think there's no interest. I think Birdman, exercised the last Batman of him. Honestly, I don't think he is. I could be totally wrong. I'm not his best friend. Yeah, I could be totally wrong. He could.
Hey, listen, man. Money makes people do all kinds of things.
If the money was right,
and he's been in some stinkers.
Two more Spider-Man films.
Awesome. Because let me tell you, he was one of the best things about Homecoming.
I love Vulture.
I don't care if he's Vulture or not. Just himself was one of the best. When he reaches in the glove compartment in Homecoming, it's one of the best scenes.
That is the most tense moment in the entire movie.
Yep, and it's Keaton pulling that off.
Yes. He's not in a bird
I think
suit.
he can do it. If
I'm not
he wanted
saying-
to come back. I
not-
think it would be an excellent
He'd be
movie.
incredible as Old Man Wayne. I do not think he wants to be Old Man Wayne.
Yeah, I can understand that. He wants, if he were to do it, he would want to reprise his role as Batman.
Batman '89 was
Old
amazing.
Batman.
It was. Oh, there's no doubt. There's no argument that Batman '89 wasn't amazing.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I think it was the first time they ever took Batman seriously.
If we're talking about movie Batmans, he's still the best. If we're not counting Lego Batman.
Well, let's talk about Batman.
Lego Batman, I think, is the best arc for Batman in any of these.
I haven't seen the Lego Batman movie.
John Hamm would make an amazing Batman.
He would.
Yeah.
So let's speak about John Hamm
The John Hamm casting.
and recent Batman.
Yeah,
Okay, great.
It's yeah. So should I start about
Yes.
Matt
Yeah.
Hamm right now?
Yep.
Should I look at the camera when I talk, or should I look at you?
Look
I
at
never
the-
know where to look.
Play the Joker
Look at
music.
me. You should
Look at
read.
me.
You should just read word for word your.
Oh.
I don't
That
know.
was a great-
Yeah, that'll get people right in.
I don't know though. That no, because if she doesn't want to,
I don't know.
'Cause that's
I
a
didn't
per-
think
that's a
about it.
Well, there's
Personal-
one part of
you can do
that.
an abridged version.
I'm very upset at DC right now, and I'm not normally one of those kind of fangirls that has serious issues with things on a regular basis. And I'm not a raging feminist. And when I say that, what I mean is I'm logical and I'm reasonable, but some things just really piss me off. And DC did something this week that really pissed me off. So at Justin's request, I will read my.
So let's pregame. They started a new comic imprint.
So yes,
Black Label imprint.
To pregame, there's now a new Black Label imprint called DC Black Label, and it's specifically for mature titles. They are doing mature titles. This is not a teen imprint. This is not a regular person imprint. This is not a little kid.
DC
imprint.
said we're making this for
DC
adults.
said this is going to be an adult line, and now adult doesn't necessarily mean like
Skinamax for
pornographic
DC.
or anything.
No, but
it's mature.
If they wanted to, it could be, because that was the whole. They have Black Label and they have Zoom and Ink. Zoom being for the 8 to 12s, and Ink being the 12 or no. Wait, I don't. They're making ecosystems. They're labeling. They're not doing all a la carte anymore. They're making specific places for specific demographics to come and find material that suits their tastes. So, like, you could be like me, a 23-year-old who likes stuff intended for 8-year-olds.
Didn't DC have a mature? Well, Sandman was on it.
Vertigo.
Vertigo,
was
yeah.
the
But
thing.
Vertigo's been having its own rebranding, so
Oh Jesus!
So at any rate,
there's like 50 labels at DC.
just to give some backstory, at any rate, this new Black label launched this week with a new book called Batman Damned, #1. And it came out, it was released, it came into comic stores with a scene of Batman in a vulnerable position. He thinks that there's something wrong with him, he's hearing voices, there's stuff going on, and so he decides to have the Bat computer, scan him. So he takes off his cowl, he takes off his clothes, he takes off the whole bat suit, and he walks into the scanner and gets scanned. And you see his junk.
He's Dr. Manhattan, but not blue.
Uncircumcised. Or no, circumcised, sorry. I meant the other way.
No extra
wait,
skin.
Wait, you don't know the
did we see
difference?
the same
No,
picture?
I know the difference. Justin, I know the difference.
So at any rate, that was released. It came out to stores, and
It's the one that shows his dork. Yes,
Yeah.
it shows his dork.
That door.
so
The size of my dork.
Anyway.
His Lochnar.
anyway, so DC then announced that it was a mistake, their words, and that they were not going to be recalling the book. They were not going to be asking for anyone to destroy the book, but all reprints and the future trades and the digital version.
Oh, so if you're
As soon
collecting
as
comics,
Oh, that's going to be valuable.
oh yeah,
It's
that's
already-
first
It's
print.
already going for $30 and up for a single issue.
What
so
sucks is that the cover, I'm sure, is exactly the same.
It's
So if you get it
identical.
graded or something, it's just
It's 100% identical.
First
The only
print's where it's
difference-
at.
The only difference is it's a single panel that they've edited. There's a shot of his butt,
Oh, no,
which
he meant
I
the cover. He meant
which
the
I fully
cover.
appreciate. Yeah, the cover is gonna be the same.
It's gonna be
There's
black and
nothing
white
on
or
the cover.
something.
Yeah. There's a butt shot that I appreciate, and it's nice that they left it in there.
Bat ass.
But the dick shot is being censored. And as a woman in the comics industry, I am a little mad about that. And it's not because I want to see dick, although it is. But the real reason that I'm upset.
there's plenty
It's
of dick in
because-
Batman, Penelope.
Oh my god, wait, hold on.
Grayson,
No,
yeah.
wait, am I allowed to say... Wait, we're
There's
talking
all
about
kinds
this
of
already.
there's all kinds of dick
Penelope,
in Batman.
this is the first Cockwatch 2018.
I know, and we failed it.
Oh my god.
So to not get too off track of how mad I am right now.
I'm sorry.
And the point that Justin wanted me to reiterate that I said earlier was that as a woman in comics, a woman who likes comics, as a nerdy girl, cis white girl, whatever you want to call me. I'm straight. I'm a white girl. We have to look at half-naked ladies.
guys.
Tyler, good seeing you,
Have a
man.
good one, guys. See you, internet.
Internet said bye, Tyler.
We have to look at half-naked ladies. We have to look at naked ladies. We have to look at. I mean, I made a whole list that you mentioned on my page when I made my rant. Just this year, I've seen in comics, whether it's in previews or in actual comics, a lady eating a banana, a lady in a skin-tight suit whose body was contorted into inhuman poses, a naked lady falling onto a plant stem, ladies barely wearing clothes, topless ladies, ladies with no pants on, naked ladies kissing other naked ladies, tied-up ladies, ladies tying up other people, ladies with anatomy that defies gravity, passed out ladies being violated, awake ladies being violated. In general, ladies who exist as they exist just so dudes will drool and whack off and buy the book they're in, all because it pleases the male gaze.
Gross.
Thank you.
What?
Now, I need to be clear here. I'm not saying that all of these things should go away. I'm not.
You're saying the contrary.
I'm saying the contrary. If I have to put up with all the cheesecake, you guys, and I don't mean you or anyone listening, in general, should have to put up with the beefcake.
And
There's nothing wrong with this dick in this comic book.
Give me the beefcake.
well, all right. So what's interesting is, have you seen some of the actual opposition to the Bat Dick? It's awful.
They're all
So-
a bunch of jokers.
Well, no.
So I belong to some industry groups, and
Oh.
most of us are on the same side of this. Some people are being very vocal about the other side, and I don't understand any. The main argument here is that it was a mistake, and DC owns Batman, and if DC doesn't want it out there, it's their prerogative, and that's true.
I saw
But they have a chance here to not be part of the problem and to try to. And I don't want to be dramatic. We're not solving world hunger or anything like that. But they have a chance to be part of the solution and the equality of this industry, and instead they are dialing back and censoring out the dick.
Why are we so?
And it's ridiculous.
It is.
No,
it is. Why are we so hung up on
Being hung
on male genitalia?
because dudes are the ones buying the comic books. They think, or they are vocal about.
Yeah, no.
Well, maybe
And
they'll get more
dudes-
women buying it.
Exactly. Dudes don't want to look at other dudes' dicks, apparently.
No, which
Well,
I mean,
no,
I bought plenty of comic with dude sticks. Just saying. Second, wait, no.
Penis is even.
Penis is even. No, not in that one. There should have been dick in that one. But no. The dumbest argument I've ever seen about this whole conversation is some guy. Well, he starts it with 99% of the comic readership is male, which is false. But like that's outright not true, right off the
But
bat.
here's a problem with that. So why keep catering to that? Why not try and expand?
Even if that's true,
Right.
But it's
Because
not
it's where
true.
the money
but-
is, they think, but it's really not. I'm sorry, Andrew.
No, you don't want to hear this. It's dumb, but I need to share it with everyone because I'm a sadist. He goes, our genitalia isn't inside of us like women genitalia, so if they can't have theirs out, all right. Reaction chat to Penelope. Please reaction chat to Penelope. Because
Can I ask, has this guy ever been with a naked woman before?
I assume not. 'Cause he's-
And I hate to be that like virgin stereotype, but has the guy never seen a woman's stuff? Because some of it's kind of out.
Well,
on the
hold
out,
on.
and some of
I
it's
wanna
kind
de-
of on the in.
I want to deconstruct it.
I don't know what kind of conversation we're having here today. Farpoint.
That humor is funny because he hasn't had sex. That's funny because you're a loser and you drive away everyone who tries to.
I'm
show you
genuinely
affection.
curious if he's ever seen a woman's genitals up close, because some of them are kind of on the outside and some of it's kind of on the inside. So like maybe he doesn't understand
I don't know.
how these things
I
are.
said this is an 18+ conversation.
I mean, is he on Twitter? I could send him some diagrams.
You know what? I should get that to you. I just saw the cutout, the blurb.
Speaking of Twitter, so again, people are all over the board on this. This as it's being dubbed the batwang controversy. People are all
Is
over
that
the place.
right? We got a name?
Batwang controversy.
Oh my
yeah.
god.
So and the hero
Batwang.
the hero that we both deserve and need at this time has stepped up. Chip Zdarsky has said that anyone at any convention or show that he's at that brings him a Batman book will leave his table with a Batman comic full of dicks.
Nice.
So, Chip, if you're watching, which you're not, Thank you. You are the hero we both need and deserve.
I need to bring a sketch cover variant now to Chip Zdarsky and get some batwang drawn on.
Tom King. So Tom King, when he's been doing Batman Elmer Fudd, he wrote it. Like when he's been signing it, there's a
listen, stop.
Dicks in that?
I don't want to go from talking about Batman's junk to Elmer Fudd and Batman's
Let
junk.
me finish. The cover is a huge Batman shadow, a bat shadow.
Does it have a dick?
No, but it's a bat shadow looming over Elmer Fudd. When he signs it, he draws faces over the shadow.
Okay.
He puts like a smiley
Yeah.
face. You should put a dick on that face.
A dick on the face?
A dick on a bat dick.
All right.
face.
All right,
So-
let's rein this in a little
let's
bit.
rein it
Sorry.
in. So, in a nutshell, DC, I'm officially, as of this moment, officially boycotting you. I never bought any of your books anyway, so it's okay. But you had a chance. You had a chance to really, do a thing.
I'm sorry for your loss.
I got to
Sorry
see.
for them.
I did get to see the
Their loss of
Batwang,
business.
so
Boy,
it's not too low.
Do I love cots?
But
Yeah.
I just to be serious for a second, the fact that we have to look at, and I actually Googled it and I found a whole bunch of nudity in DC books. And now I also have to say, DC is responsible for Watchmen and the whole Blue Dawn thing. So I can't be too mad at them, but at the same time, it's a different situation.
That was pre-Vertigo too. That was a
Yes.
DC book.
I understand that in this case, they have decided that they do not want Bruce Wayne represented in this way. I think it was
By having a penis?
listen, you're preaching to the choir, man. I want to see the bat dick. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
But I really feel that they had a chance here to introduce some more of the beefcake into a very cheesecake kind of environment.
By the
and
way,
they failed to do so.
People
And
were
I'm just-
unimpressed with the bat dick
I'm
too,
very
because it was
disappointed.
already shadowed. You could see out, but like it's not. I've seen
Well, the
better.
butt shot's great.
Butt shot's amazing.
Just to recap for everybody, you're not seeing veins. There's no throbbing.
Yeah.
There's nothing like that going on.
Oh, I
just-
wish.
He just got undressed, and he's mostly in shadow. And what you're seeing is a few lines of highlighted light,
Mushroom.
just like here.
Oh, Jesus.
There's a little bit here and a little bit here, so you're getting like a very John Hamish outline. And any ladies watching know exactly what I'm talking about.
And then the other thing I would
Tyrann
say,
Havisham is saying yum.
there you go. No,
Listen, I don't judge.
No, it's all good.
they launched. Look at all the business they lost. Can I say one thing? I have been very yawn to the Black Label since it was announced like earlier this year. Just for the fact that other than like the weird stuff like Hanna-Barbera Beyond and Vertigo, DC like pretends like they push boundaries, but they don't really. So like the idea of, oh, our new edgy imprint where we're gonna totally push the boundaries of comics in 2018. Like
So,
What-
and that's yes, it's funny that you say that.
and then
exactly.
and so they actually pushed a boundary.
Yeah,
And they're immediately cowering from
And
it.
there are some people whose argument about why the bat dick should be censored are saying that, well, it didn't further the plot of the book and it was gratuitous. That's their argument. It should be removed because it's gratuitous and doesn't further the plot. Can somebody please explain to me in the last 20 years when there was a half-naked, partially clothed lady doing whatever on whatever book, how it further the plot?
And by the way, I disagree with that on principle too, because and I'm going to use Game of Thrones and the American Gods TV shows as an example. I'm sorry, I know you don't like it,
No,
but
it's
bear
fine.
with me for a minute.
Don't like what?
Game of Thrones. She doesn't like American Gods, the show.
Oh, I didn't dislike it.
Oh, I thought you said you didn't like it.
I really love the book. The show's just
Okay.
a little different. I didn't dislike it.
I'm sorry, Miss. Sorry to put
fine.
words in your mouth.
It's fine.
All right, now, so Game of Thrones, the way they film nudity is a very, and again, I love Game of Thrones, but this is just part of a conversation. It's a very male gazy way of filming. My favorite, a critic I like, phrased it as making love to Emilia Clarke's butt, or like the camera is trying to make love to Emilia Clarke's butt.
Very male gazing.
It's
He's
very-
doing the face again.
It's tracking in a very tantalizing way. I want to compare that to how American God filmed nudity, which was very matter of fact. It was just like a scene was happening, and there would be dongs or boobies.
I
Or
don't remember nudity in American Gods.
there was a lot of. My friend and I counted 8 dicks in American Gods.
I don't remember that.
There were a lot of dicks in American Gods.
Ooh, I think I need to recheck where I was getting it from. Maybe
Yeah.
it was censored
Um,
because I don't remember that many.
No,
no.
in the Vagina Nebula, and then there was the genie's dick, and I don't know, whatever. You guys need to rewatch American Gods. Anyway,
What the hell's the Vagina Nebula?
it's
I've read the book and I watched the show, and I have no idea what he's talking about.
Technical Boy calls, I forget the goddess of love's name.
I'm blanking too, but I know who you mean.
Yeah, when she
Aphrodite
devours
No.
people.
Yeah, she has a cameo in the book that they.
Oh
made
yeah. The voodoo goddess. Or she's Egyptian, actually.
Egyptian,
She's
yeah.
Sumerian, actually.
Okay, yes, I'm sorry, Sumerian.
Yeah, but so she eats people with her vagina, but not really. But so and they end up going to this like metaphysical astral like place, and they're like naked, and this guy's like Wanger is totally hanging out.
We must have watched a censored version of the show. I need to go back.
I don't know why Stars would censor anything. That's so weird. Anyway, and he calls it the Vagina Nebula. Anyway.
Okay. No, I'm with you.
Well, all of it was very matter of fact. It was all.
This is happening.
Yeah.
And this is how it's happening.
Maybe the first time she has sex.
Rich, we are. If you're asking where we're from, we're all in. We're in Mays Landing, New Jersey.
Come and see us.
If you're in Jersey.
I think there's a way, like...
Andrew, I totally agree with your point.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones especially, I mean, they did throw in some, I mean, Oberyn's like my favorite character ever. They threw in a lot of things that they wouldn't, if it was typically a male gaze type of show, they wouldn't have maybe thrown in. Sure. But I feel like some of that was almost like afterthought, let's just throw it, because there's 3 women watching this show, let me just throw it
I think they started catering to all of us at some point.
Yes, I agree with that. But before then, it was very typical...
Oh yeah,
gratuitous boobs.
And when there was male nudity, they would do it in the same way American Gods did it. And my point is, I feel like the Black Label nudity, he's standing at attention. The camera isn't making love to his little Bruce.
I don't know. The butt shot was pretty nice.
The butt shot, if you're saying anything's gratuitous, that butt shot is pretty. Especially because the way he's posed, but even then, I'll say maybe.
The artist, I really want to shout out to the artist of this book. The art's really nice.
Lee
I didn't want to mutilate his last name. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Okay.
Google it, guys. He's an amazing artist. Follow him on every social media.
He did Joker and he did Luther.
So is that today's Fridays with Andrew?
I think so, yeah. All right, so to recap, excited to see more of Avatar, but guys, chill when it comes to the live-action comparisons.
Animation is valid.
Animation and comics are animation and other mediums besides film and television are valid.
Let's put it there. What if they did a live action Iron Giant?
I'd be fine with it.
I'd actually kind of be upset.
Well, no, because I mean, if someone else because like I said, if someone legitimately I can't get into animation.
That's awesome. So, Rich just said, I'm in Charlotte. I don't know how I got here, but I'm a nerd after work drinking a beer, and this showed up on my feed, so now you all got a fan. That's awesome. Thanks, man. Welcome.
North Carolina, are you guys okay down there? How'd you fare in the storm?
Oh, shoot, yeah.
I'm sure. I guess he's fine. He has internet.
Fine. He's drinking beer.
I'm drinking a beer on my raft.
Stay dry, but stay wet, Rich, if you know what I mean.
I don't even know what that means.
But he meant keep drinking, but stay out of the rain.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, she got it.
So then we touched upon. We talked about Avatar. We talked about Joker.
Yes,
which led to Batman and Bat Penis.
Promising. Everything I've heard about that movie up to this, even Martin Scorsese's name, did not interest me.
I don't know why.
Because that means nothing in this day and age, man. No, 100% serious.
He's right, because things that we care about and like in the past have been ruined now. So,
but not by Martin Scorsese, by people who've done one movie.
J.J. Abrams. Guess what? J.J. Abrams was an executive producer on that movie,
who's never really done anything that great either.
Wow.
Whoa. Remember when we didn't fight? Remember when we didn't fight about Star Wars?
You never like anything J.J. Abrams did?
Not really.
Well, Alias? Lost?
I never watched it.
I actually don't like Lost. So
I'm not.
What else?
What about
Super 8?
What about Star Trek? The Star Trek.
I was excited about Star Wars because he did such a good job with the new the first new Star Trek.
People don't like the new Star Trek. That's what I'm saying.
I like the new Star Trek.
I like it a lot.
The 2009 or whatever it was. Yes,
I
did like it because it didn't shit on anything that came before.
Some Star Trek fans would disagree with
Guess what? The next movie, when he tried to redo Wrath of Khan.
A lot of Star Trek fans would disagree with you because of Benedict Cumberbatch. Why?
No, I meant 2009. Even that.
The original.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Spock and Uhura being a thing, that shits on a lot of people.
Well, but it was this alternate universe.
Our favorite guys, the RLM guys, they hate it because they think the Romulan subplot in and of itself is dumb.
I don't remember. So anyway, this has been Fridays with Andrew. We just got some new Marvel Legends in. Andrew, send us off with something. Yeah, some more.
I think it's cool.
Say batwang.
Oh, wait, give me a minute.
Yeah. Send us off with a nice batwang, Andrew.
Batwang.